Hello everyone, my name is Devanshi Dagur. Welcome to our channel, The Sharp Edge Update. Today we are going to study about the change of state of matter, like conversion of ice into water and conversion of water into water vapor. We will also study about the process of sublimation and evaporation. Today we will study about the change of state of matter. Water can exist in three states of matter, that is solid to ice, liquid to water and gas to water vapor. On heating, ice melts into water and then converts into water vapor. Dear students, the change in the physical state of matter can be done in two ways. Number one, by changing the temperature, and number two, by changing the pressure. Now let's study about the first point by changing the temperature. Melting of ice to form water and boiling of water to form water vapor. Now, do you know what is melting point? The temperature at which a solid melts to form liquid at atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. And the melting point of ice is 273.16 Kelvin, or we can say 0 degree Celsius. During melting, the temperature of ice does not rise even though heat is being supplied continuously due to latent heat of fusion. Now, what is latent heat of fusion? Dear students, the amount of heat required to change 1 kilogram solid to its liquid state at atmospheric pressure is called the latent heat of fusion. And this latent heat of fusion is used up to overcome the forces of attraction between ice particles. At 0 degrees Celsius, energy of water particles is much more than the energy of particles of ice at 0 degree Celsius. Now let's come to the second point, that is boiling of water to form water vapor. Now what is boiling point? So the temperature at which a liquid boils to form vapors at atmospheric pressure is called its boiling point. Boiling point of water is 373 Kelvin. Dear students, do you know what is latent heat of vaporization? The amount of heat required to change 1 kilogram liquid to its gaseous state at atmospheric pressure is called the latent heat of vaporization. Students, during boiling, the temperature of water does not rise even though heat is being supplied continuously, as this heat of vaporization is used up to overcome the forces of attraction between water particles. At 100 degrees Celsius, energy of water vapor is much more than the energy of water at 100 degrees Celsius. So, we can change one state of matter to another state by changing the temperature. Dear students, do you know what is sublimation? The change of solid directly into vapors on heating without changing into liquid state is called sublimation. And the direct change of gas to solid without changing into liquid state is called deposition. Let's take an example. When camphor or ammonium chloride is heated in a china dish covered by an inverted funnel with cotton plug in its upper open end, the vapors of ammonium chloride are converted into solid ammonium chloride on coming in contact with the cold inner walls of the funnel. Now we will study about the fact of change of pressure. Dear students, if we compress a gas in a cylinder, the distance between the particles of gas is reduced and finally gas is liquefied on lowering temperature. Students, by applying high pressure, the particles of a gas can be brought close together. Solid carbon dioxide, or we can also say dry ice, is changed into carbon dioxide gas directly without changing into liquid when pressure is reduced to 1 atmospheric pressure. Now, do you know what is evaporation? A surface phenomena in which liquid changes into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. Particles of the surface of a liquid have higher kinetic energy than others, so they break. The forces of attraction between the particles and escape from the surface of liquid in the form of vapors. Now let's study about some factors affecting evaporation. The rate of evaporation depends on number 1, exposed surface area. On increasing surface area of liquid, rate of evaporation increases. Second factor is increase in temperature. Increases kinetic energy of particles, hence rate of evaporation increases. Third point is humidity. When the humidity of air, or we can say the degree of dampness of air, is low, then the evaporation rate is increased. So more humidity is equal to less evaporation. And the fourth factor is wind. When wind speed increases, the rate of evaporation also increases. So we can say the states of matter, that is solid, liquid, gas, are determined by temperature and pressure. Dear students, do you know evaporation always causes cooling? The cooling caused by evaporation is based on the fact that when a liquid evaporates, it takes latent heat of vaporization from surroundings, which on losing heat get cooled. For example, when we put acetone on our hand, it gets vaporized by taking heat from our hand and feels cool. We should wear cotton clothes in summer to keep cool and comfortable, as cotton is good absorber of water, so it absorbs the sweat from our body and exposes it to air for evaporation of sweat. This cools our body. Often people sprinkle water on ground during summer. This water takes heat from ground and surrounding air to evaporate, thus making the place cool. So, what we have learned in this video? In this video, we studied about sublimation and the change of state of matter. And how does evaporation cause cooling? Dear students, if you are having any doubt, you can ask us in the comment